Hey, I got a question for you. If a tree falls in the woods and nobody hears it, did it make a sound? Let me ask you this. Do you think humans can turn their hearing off? And here's another one. Was your mother right when she said, never stick anything in your ear smaller than your elbow? Hey, it's my job to ask the hard questions. You know why?
Because he's Dan Weiser, the sound advisor.
Hey, that's right. Hey, how do you know that?
Liftoff. We have liftoff.
You're watching Sounds Good to Me with Dan Weiser, the sound advisor.
Hi. Today's show is on sound and how you can protect your hearing from loud sounds. Welcome to the Weiser Sound Foundation.
Dan?
Welcome to the Weiser Sound Foundation. This is where we research the effect of sound on humans. But first, let's see what sound is. Sound is a wave of energy caused by vibration. It's like when you throw a rock into... Oh, thank you. When you throw a rock into a pond, you either cause ripples in the water that expand from the surface, or you hit a frog.
Watch out, Weiser.
Sound waves can be measured in several ways. One is for frequency. Now, frequency can be either high or low, and for humans, anywhere from 20,000 hertz to 20 hertz. Frequency is also known as pitch.
Weiser's on the mound. He checks in for the signal. There's the windup and the pitch. Oh, my, what a zinger. He must have sent that in at 10,000 hertz.
That's the most remarkable thing I've ever seen.
Dogs can hear at an even higher frequency than humans, so try this little experiment. Get your common, everyday, run-of-the-mill, silent dog whistle. Blow into it.
Dan, don't do that.
Now, you won't hear anything, and neither will I, but that's because we're human. But if there had been any dogs around here, boy, they would be jumping all over us by now.
I told you not to do that, Dan.
Sound is also measured for its intensity, also known as loudness. Loudness is measured in decibels, or dB. The decibel was named after Alexander Graham Bell.
Isn't he the guy who invented the telephone?
That's right, the phone guy. He did a lot of research on sound. A decibel is 1/10 of a bell. Normal talking is 50 to 60 dB, but anything 85 dB or above can be bad for you. A kitchen blender is 85 decibels. A lawnmower is 95 decibels. A rock concert is 105 decibels. A chainsaw is 115 decibels. A jet engine is 125 decibels. Wow! Gunfire is 145 decibels. Pilgrim. An opera singer is 70 decibels. Now, that's not enough to hurt you, but still kind of annoying. Hi, woo, here I am. Over here, yeah. Now, the big issue for us is what happens to these sound waves as they enter the ear. Now, the outer ear funnels sound inside. Now, when you get inside the ear, wow!
Dan, watch out for the earwax buildup.
Whew! Jeez, it is kind of slippery in here. Well, as I was saying, the sound waves enter the middle ear where they are amplified. And this starts with the eardrum. Next, the sound goes to the inner ear. Now, this is where the real action is. The inner ear converts sound into electrical signals which are transferred to the brain. Now, the inner ear is called the cochlea.
Yes, boys and girls, remember, for your next party, things go better with Cochlea.
And it's inside the cochlea where the real damage can happen. Let's go to our closed-circuit camera inside the cochlea. There, you see? Now, to do its job, the cochlea needs lots of these tiny hair-like cells. And when you're born, you have 25,000 to 30,000 of these hair cells. But that's as many as you're ever going to have. Now, the bad part is loud noises beat these hair cells down. And if the hair cells are destroyed, they never grow back. And there's no surgery to help. In non-medical terms, you're hosed. Think of loud noises traveling through the winding canals of your cochlea like a race car driver going too fast into the turn. Your ability to hear high frequencies is usually the first to go. This includes your ability to hear consonants.
It's time for Lifestyles of the Hard of Hearing. Here's Paul Bill. He's having trouble hearing his S's. This is what he thinks he's hearing.
Hey, Bill, how are you able to chew?
Oh, fine. I went to the dentist yesterday.
But this is what was really said.
Hey, Bill, how are your new shoes?
Oh, fine. I went to the dentist yesterday.
Oh, how embarrassing.
Hearing loss in the workplace is a modern-day phenomenon. It really started back in the late 1800s with the Industrial Revolution, with equipment and engines. Today, millions of people are exposed to noise every day and just about anywhere.
So turn to the Protectors.
I like the foam plugs because they're comfortable, and at the end of the day, I can just throw them in the trash.
I use the foam plugs because they're more comfortable for me, and they form easier to my ear.
In order to insert the ear plug, you just take it, roll it in your fingers, reach up,
Slide it into the canal, hold it there for a couple seconds, let it expand.
I like the premolar because you can take them in and out all day long, because I take them out about 20 times a day.
They don't cause my ears to get sore. They're easy to insert.
You reach up on your ear with a twisty motion, insert it in the canal.
And wash them with soap and water. Check to be sure they're real clean. And this way they last me for a couple of months.
I just take the ear muff, pull it out a little bit, put it against my head.
I'm a truck driver, and with the earmuffs, I can take them on and off as I go in and out of the noise areas.
I regularly wipe them off and check to make sure that the cushion is soft and pliable for a good seal.
I use the custom molded earplugs. They are molded to my ears. I don't know they're there.
To insert the hearing protection, pull up and down on my ear, insert the hearing protection with the twisting motion, and that's it.
Having a conversation with these, it's very easy. With the others, I had to pull one of them out so I could hear them.
If I take care of them, they're supposed to last about 3 to 5 years.
Dan, be sure to remind everyone that when choosing a hearing protector, also consider the information we've conveniently listed in this graphic.
Now it's time to Ask Dan.
Hey, Dan, how do I know if I need to wear hearing protection?
Well, your employer should be able to tell you if you're working in an area of 85 dB of noise or more. But there are clues about noise that's too loud. If you need to raise your voice to speak to someone 3 feet away, you might be in too much noise. Ringing in your ears is another clue. If voices are muffled or unclear, you might be in too much noise.
Hey Dan, which hearing protector is the best?
Well, that depends on several things. Your noise exposure, your listening needs, your comfort, and coordinating with other protective gear you wear, like hard hats or safety glasses. Remember, hearing protectors need to be worn consistently and correctly in order for them to work.
Hey Dan, how important are the ratings on these earplugs?
Well, all hearing protectors are assigned a noise reduction rating, or NRR. Generally, the higher the NRR, the more protective the device is. But don't get carried away with the numbers. Bigger isn't always better. Pick a hearing protector that's appropriate for the noise you're in.
We interrupt this program for an emergency test of your hearing. It's a good idea to have your hearing checked each year by a professional. They also test to see how well you hear beeps at different frequencies. You know, the pitches we talked about earlier.
There'll be high beeps, low beeps, and medium beeps. Each time you hear a beep, push a button on this little hand device. Both ears should be tested, and then your results can be compared year after year. And don't worry about outside noises. The tests are only done when noise is below a certain level. We now resume somewhat normal programming.
With those points in mind, Jimmy, you can go on to a thorough study of the nature of sound.
That's for me, the nature of sound.
And that's the show for today. Oh, I almost forgot the answers to the questions in the beginning. The one about falling trees. Yes, they do make a sound even if no one's around. And number two, no, you can't turn your hearing off. It's the only sense that never rests. Cool. And number three, the one about your elbow in your ear. Yes, your mother's always right, but you can put hearing protectors in your ear. So, it's time to blow the whistle on today's show. And remember, hearing loss is preventable. That's a good boy, good boy. Nice doggy, nice doggy. Can I let your students